Hello, everyone. It is a beautiful day, even though it's raining outside. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I am Erin Davenport, the Special Initiatives Manager at Northeast Delta HSA, and I'm super excited. One of the reasons why I say it's a beautiful day is because it's the Downtown Gallery Crawl. Yes, it's that time again. Super excited because we have been talking about a big reveal for months, okay? Months. And now is the day, okay? And I have a special guest with me here today that is going to give y'all some more insight on what's happening at the crawl tonight and this big reveal. Come on in. Come on in. It's Abigail.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining me and hanging out with me today on our lunch breaks, working
Yes.
lunch breaks. Before we get into it, let's just look. This it's not lit, so don't go telling Dr. Kaiser and HR. We're just going to catch the vibes. Positive affirmations, okay? Positive things. Today is going to be awesome. This reveal is going to be amazing. I'm bringing that to you, Abigail, and everybody
There
else.
you go.
Okay. But seriously, thank you for coming on and hanging out with me today. So let's just jump right in.
Yeah.
Abigail Handy is who and where are you?
I am the Community Development Coordinator at the Northeast Louisiana Arts Council, which is a fancy way of saying I do a lot of stuff.
Okay. So like what is the mission and the vision for with the Northeast Louisiana Arts Council?
So we serve 12 parishes across Region 8. Our mission and our vision is that we seek to nurture a vibrant arts culture through support, promotion, and education. We strive to be a transformative force for the community by encouraging a passion for the arts, by promoting partnerships and collaborations, and ultimately ensuring access to the arts for all.
Okay. Okay, cool. And we have another guest here, and I'm super excited for her to be here. And this is somebody that y'all have seen before too, but very knowledgeable, okay, about the arts community and what's happening today. Come on in. Come on in. Hello, Brooke.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so I already did it for Abigail. It's some incense, okay? We're just gonna catch the positive vibes. Today's gonna be an awesome day. The crawl is gonna be amazing. We're going to see some amazing things today. All right. So, Ms. Brooke Floyd, tell us about you and your organization.
Well, so I am the president for the Downtown Arts Alliance.
Mhm.
And the Downtown Arts Alliance has been around since 2009. We started as a group of, just community members who wanted to have an opportunity to showcase art, like exhibitions, but not in a museum, where people could enjoy each other, they could mingle, they could talk, they could look at art. And it started out as one main space that then moved to a couple others. One of the founding members was Edmund Williamson, who created many of the artworks that are around the community, the big sculptures. A big inspiration for me. So anyways, that's how the Arts Downtown Arts Alliance started. And now we've grown into a every other month event. We started with the idea of this event, the Downtown Gallery Crawl. And now we've grown to facilitating the Herons on the Bayou project, writing grants to bring other art opportunities to our community, like Christmas card competitions and things for high school kids, things for middle school kids. I'm trying to think. We like to support as much of the arts as we can. We help to foster artist understanding opportunities in the community, not to the extent that the Arts Council does in the sense that they create programs. We try to help educate and encourage and support. Outside of that, our art crawls that are every other month, the Herons on the Bayou project. We're about to be launching a new project in response to the Herons that is a Herons Give Back project. So that will be facilitating funding to artists to create projects.
Well, let me tell you this. you have a fan. Well, the DAA has a fan because the Harons are a big hit in the Davenport household. My toddler, Zipporah, every time we are anywhere, bird, I'm about to have a bird. I'm like, yes, ducky. It's not a duck, but it is in the film. It hangs out in the swamp with it. Yes, but big fan of the Harons.
Good.
So we partnered the two organizations and Northeast Delta Human Services Authority has partnered together. Has there been a partnership like this before, to y'all's knowledge?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, we've partnered with DAA before. I don't think that this type of collaboration has happened where the two of our organizations have been involved in an initiative like this before that.
Well, let me ask you this before we get into the actual initiative on why we decided to partner with y'all. When we hit y'all up and said, we have this idea, what were your initial thoughts? Because do you see government agencies, mental health, behavioral health, government agencies like collabing with the arts and wanting to be so heavily involved in the arts?
Well, for us, I mean, when I got your initial email, I was excited. In office, we've had a lot of conversations here recently about us trying to find ways that we could collaborate on an initiative or project like this, because we know that the arts can play a huge part in mental health. And we believe that wholeheartedly. And so, for us as a staff of two, trying to figure out ways that we can do that, it's a little difficult. So, when your agency rolled in and was like, hey, we have this idea, we were like 100% yes, we're on board. So, I mean, we were really excited.
I think from where I sit, I love to be a conduit. I love to be someone reaches out and says, hey, we have an idea. Hey, how can we make this happen? And it doesn't always mean that I have to be part of it. Half the time, it's usually just people saying, what do you think it'll work? Or who could I talk to? Or, so I love being a conduit, but this was a good opportunity to not just be a conduit for an idea, but to say, this is actually something that fits what we can help with. We are capable of helping with this. And as both of y'all know, sometimes it's about, are we capable of doing that right now?
Right.
And like Abigail's always dealing with, is they're a group of two. They are a team of two. And my board, I mean, they at least get paid to do what they do. My board is a volunteer board that we have to decide, is this something that we can volunteer to do? Which is great. Now, Abigail's not getting paid to do this. This isn't her job. So, being able to have an idea and then be like, hey, I think we should talk to these people is super wonderful. And to be the person that you called and I hope I can speak for Abigail too, but to be able to be the person you called is wonderful. The Downtown Arts Alliance is thrilled that we're able to help and that you thought of us, and because now you're going to think of us again. Now it creates the opening, the window for what else we could do, which is super important.
So our executive director, Dr. Sizer, he was very intentional about us being involved in the arts and creative expression. Have you met Dr. Sizer?
I have not.
I haven't either.
You'll see him. He's I think I'll say this as a compliment. I'm giving him. He's very eccentric, like just even with the way he dresses and things like that. So, I'm not surprised that he wanted to do something where we showcase creative expression and things like that. But one of the things that he always says is that, like, we intentionally did this, spark this creative expression to help address mental health issues, reduce addiction-related stigma, and then work to transform the region's economy. So I'm just curious with you all, like, do you all see, that's what he truly believes, and we do as well, but like, you all, do you see art and creative expression being able to address mental health just in general?
I mean, absolutely. I know, art can unlock emotions. It can translate emotions into something tangible. The process of making art allows artists to share what they're going through to the world around them. Art is also a healthy way to channel stress and other negative emotions into action. So I think that art and creative expression are extremely important and vital to addressing mental health issues.
Yeah, Brooke, do you have anything to add to
Yeah,
that?
I actually have been working for quite a while with HSA as part of that as well, but my personal initiatives for art making for the past couple of years and in the future, I've always cared about people and about creating art that reflects people that are in my life or relationships or the ways people are treated or mistreated, different things like that. So this discussion started long ago for me. It's just finding the right time to be able to plug that in. And we all know it's about funding. It's about making sure that I'm able to fund what needs to happen. So we did the mental health mural with Duran through HSA 2 years ago, and that really kickstarted me believing, okay, this can be more than just me trying to create my own personal art about it. So I have big plans that this will grow even farther than that.
Oh, most definitely.
I'm a firm believer. The visual arts is the place to communicate to people who aren't going to see it in words. The visual arts is the way for people to see a graphic or an image or a cartoon and to get it and feel comfortable and not punched in the face.
Because you have to meet people where they are. And not everyone is black and white on the paper. You have to reach, teach, talk to people differently. So I definitely agree with that point as well. So the reason why HSA reached out to both of your organizations and to you all is because we have we wanted to do a mental health exhibition. So of course, like we have all the science and things, we have all the counselors and all that, but we were like, we need to reach out to our regional artists and our is the proper term crafters? Is it fine arts?
It depends. I mean,
Is that okay? I don't want to offend anybody. We wanted to
like some crafters are like, I'm a maker, and then some are like, I'm an artisan. So
to the creatives, we wanted to reach out to all the regional creatives because once again, we want to continue the conversations on mental health, behavioral health, addiction disorders, developmental disabilities, all the areas in which our agency covers. And also, like I said, get involved with the arts community. One way to do that is, of course, to feed them. So we wanted to commission artists of all levels to create pieces that reflects our three various areas: addiction disorder, developmental disabilities, and mental and behavioral health. And so that's where you all came in, because we know what we're talking about on the science end, but we need a little help on the art end to get those people. And so y'all really came through and helped us grab some amazing artists, in my opinion, of all levels.
Yeah. It's always really wonderful, in my opinion, to work with other people who have other viewpoints and who come from other perspectives and who bring other things to the table. But it also just adds the element of the unknown, because you guys at HSA, you only know your realm. And even though many of you guys are artists,
right,
putting that into context of the business side of what you do versus, Abigail's side for the Arts Council and my side from either ULM as a professor of art or as a volunteer in creating events, we're all just coming together and we're going, could this work? Who's going to submit art? Is it going to look good? And it is always worth the risk and the journey to get there, no matter how it looks,
One thing, and I've said this repeatedly on various platforms, that I really like the fact that collectively we were able to also open this up to, like I said, various skill levels, because I'm confident in speaking and my podcasting and things like that, but I'm new at painting. I got 2 of my pots behind me. it was a big deal for me to have it in frame, like a lot of anxiety, but like I'm not comfortable in that aspect. But for someone else like me, and we do have some emerging artists that are participating, like for someone like them, like it was great to see that they were able to be a part of something like this. You would normally think a government agency would only want professional. They only want Don Coney. They only want Frank Kelly. They only want Brooke Foy. They only want professionals. But we were like, no, we want everybody.
Yeah.
What response did y'all get to that?
I think there were some people as we reached out and we marketed and we said, hey, you need to submit to this. We had some artists that were like, oh, no. Like I'm not ready to do that. Or, I'm not that level. And I'm like, no, this is for everybody. Like this is open to everybody.
Right.
And, getting those texts or those emails once the selection process had happened and having those emerging artists be like, wait a minute, like they've asked me, like I got chosen, like it was a big deal for them. So seeing that was really rewarding because, that's something that the Arts Council really believes heavily in is that, access to the arts is for everybody. And that's not just necessarily people getting to see art, but that's also, at different entry levels, artists getting those opportunities.
Right.
It's really important to get them to that next level.
Right.
So
for some of them, it's just the opportunity.
Yeah.
And from there. And from there it goes. I know one of the artists, Shakitra, was saying that once she got the acceptance letter and things, she was like, right after that, she had made like 3 more pieces. And her what we know her as a poet and things like that. But like she just started painting as a way to deal with her mental health. And now here she is, doing this. So yeah. But so Brooke, I know tonight a lot will be going on for the art crawl in general. There'll be various artist talks around. Can you break that down?
Sure.
I don't recall there being this many artist talks happening at the crawl before. Maybe I just missed it.
Well, before COVID, we had a lot of them. We would, but it would really be per gallery and per what they did.
Okay.
And we shifted a lot when COVID happened, and we had to sort of regroup and rethink and reapproach our mission and all the things like everyone else in the world had to do. So right now is the first chance we've actually gotten to say we have some consistency. We have some regular galleries, and it was the first time I said, can we bring this back as a group of galleries? And I asked them, I was like, I want to bring it back, but I'm the president and I don't run a gallery. I'm just helping to facilitate. So do y'all want to bring it back? And the consensus was, oh yeah, we forgot about that, And so we have 3 artist talks and we have 1 demo, but as this grows, it will become a much more consistent thing where a gallery that is showing whatever level artist, they're going to have an opportunity to say, I want that time slot. And then people are going to really enjoy going to those because we forget how much we like to hear from the artist. It's fun to look at the art, but it's way better for the artist to be like, here's what I was doing and here's why I was doing it. So we have 6 p.m. Anapoli Gallery has John Jones, and John Jones was over at CenturyLink and Lumen, and he has these amazing photographs that he's just collected. And then at 6:30, Sugar Gallery has Philip Michael LeBlanc. I believe it's photography as well, and so that's right next door. And then at 7 is ours. And that's going to be super fun because you're going to get to see all 6 of the artists.
The mental health exhibition.
The mental health. That's right. The mental health exhibition upstairs at the upstairs gallery. And then at 8:00 downstairs next door. So all these are happening right together. The Art Alley Marketplace. And they're going to have a demo on actually making soap. So these kinds of things will grow. More artists are going to set up artist talks. It kind of takes your art to the next level as well as not just being an exhibition of art, but being a spotlight of who you are and what you do. And you have to talk about it. So making art's one thing. But now you got to talk about it.
Right.
That's a whole different.
Some artists don't like to talk. So I'm very interested in the in ours, the mental health exhibition that's going to happen at the upstairs gallery. Now, y'all did the installations. So everything's up and ready to go, right? Okay, so don't tell us what it is, but I mean, what are we going to see? Because I mean, it's open because the artists were able to create based on how they felt, what they saw,
anything they
in
wanted.
the various areas. So I mean, will I be speechless? Tell me.
I think what is going to happen is you're going to be able to look around the room and feel such a variety of feelings and emotions. And at the same time, when you see who made what, you're going to connect pieces, which is really cool. But I think that it's very visible in many of the works of art, what we're talking about and what we're feeling and what we're doing. So I think it's a really good reflection of what we were asking them to do. There's a great assortment. It's super fun.
Okay, great. And some of the, like I said, I know some artists don't like to speak. They're like, I made this whole masterpiece. Why are you asking me questions? But we will have a few that will talk, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So when we divided our group into professional and emerging artists, everyone was willing to speak, which is, I did not expect that because I spoke to them last night about it. But one of them felt very strongly about speaking, and that was Keegan Vaughn. So they're going to be our professional artist that speaks. And then two of our emerging artists said, I think I'd like to say something. So it could be something very short that just talks about their artwork. It could talk about their process. It could talk about, I'm hoping and I expect all three of them to talk about how it feels to be in this exhibition or what it means to them and those kinds of things. That's kind of what I expect, but we never know.
Never know. And even if they don't say something as they're speaking, and even to the artists that aren't speaking at the artist talk, like there'll be an opportunity for, because I have questions, I'm going to talk to them, but there'll be opportunities for the crawlers to speak with them as well, though, right?
This is really important to me, and so I'm glad we're doing the talks, and this is the reason why I asked about it too, because we forget how normal our artists are. We kind of, if we're not an artist, we kind of separate artists from just people, which is ridiculous. And I'm sorry, but I'm being dramatic. But
we're mystical,
exactly. You're like this unicorn figure in the room, right? But having these artists get to speak about their art makes them feel like they are an artist, which is kind of also me feeling dramatic, but it means
no, I get it. But there's some imposter syndrome in there.
It is. And when people come to these exhibitions, this is why I want to do the artist talks, because I want people to understand, coming to see art, you should talk to the artist. You should walk in and you should have questions, and you should want to get to know them, and you should want to say, hey, I like this work of art. Why did you make it? Or I don't like this work of art. Can you explain it to me? Or whatever that may be. But it's normalizing the discussions we can have with artists so that I can grow my appreciation for the art, or I can understand it better, and then I'm going to buy it from you and I'm going to support you even more.
Correct. Also, understanding the artist, but the subject matter as well. That's our thing here at HSA. The subject matter. Who's this? Miss Zaina. She said, thank you, ladies, for expanding opportunities for artists. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for tuning in, Ms. Zaina, and leaving your comment. But the subject matter, because there is still such a stigma. I will tell people I have dealt with postpartum depression and I have anxiety. I will say, oh, Duran, I have therapy. I'll be back in an hour, but not everyone's able to do that. But I do that because someone needs to hear that. There's nothing wrong with you seeking help, And so this exhibition that's hopefully that's some of the conversations that will come out of this,
Normalizing it,
definitely
what it is, how we respond to it. And I think in partnering with the artist therapy festival that's coming up, and you guys putting such a push towards, visualizing that for the community.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really great that you're also offering solutions.
Of
So
course.
as HSA, you're reaching out to us to try to put this thing together, and then you're putting on an artist therapy festival,
Yes.
which is coming up on the 22nd of April,
Correct.
where you can go and you can learn about how to work through things through art, right?
Yes.
And at the same time, you're saying, okay, but if you don't have that solution, if art isn't your solution, HSA can help give you other solutions. I think this is all just a very well-rounded.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Sizer really, really drives that point. Of course, we have our standard ways of treatments and things like that. However, we aren't so close-minded to not welcome in art. Like he says, we believe there's medicine in creative expression, and that the arts can help a person come alive in ways that traditional treatment options just can't. Ladies, do you have anything else to add? Because we are wrapping up. Like, I really enjoyed. Is there anything else you would like to share about the partnership, what we're looking forward to tonight, future partnerships? I'm sure will happen.
I mean, we hope so. We hope there's future partnerships, because this has been great. This has been great.
Oh, yes. And Abigail, while we're here, let me know whenever the calendar opens, because the mental health exhibition is going on a tour. So this is not something that we're just going to have at the Art Croft in the upstairs gallery for right now. Then it's going to come and be in our office. That's not happening. We are going to take this everywhere within the region, within the 12 parishes that we cover. So you all at the Arts Council have a brand new gallery. Let me know. I need the first available, okay? Like
Gotcha.
I met Philly.
Well, and we also, we also have connections through all those 12 parishes of other spaces, so we can hook you up.
Yes, please. And all those that are out there listening, if you have a gallery, you work at a gallery, if you have an open space, please contact me at aaron.davenport@la.gov, because we would definitely like to work with you and have our mental health exhibition in your facility as well. All right, ladies, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll see you all this afternoon. Well, this evening, rain or not. I'm going to
shine. Yep.
All right. Bye, ladies. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.